The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible. than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Cannavaro calmly anticipates.
There they go, hunting again.
Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer, and a scorer of great goals too. Give him the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
A very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection.
Shot at goal! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi carries the ball down the right. Has a look and plays it forward. Cruyff. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, super find. Cruyff!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
And we have our very first corner. There's the header! Batistuta's... Oh, smashing! Oh, it rattles the bar! Danger averted for now. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Mohamed Salah receives it in a wide position. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cruyff. Blackburn finding their passes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That's a decent clearance.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And he welcomes it in. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Over to the left. Mbappe, who does have an assist to his name. Otto did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
There will be
that
one
pass is
more
somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that.
And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. So your views on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Barcelona head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So we're just settling back into this second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, well played, well played. Messi will not want to lose out here, not a... And De Bruyne! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Swung over. And here's Mohamed Salah. Still just a single goal between the sides. And it's Cruyff. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's been caught now. And the finish! Goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And that has added a whole header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Otto. Batistuta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Olise is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And that's gone loose. Messi. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And it's Neymar. Out to the left it goes. Fired deep. Up he goes! Oh, should have put that away.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Well, they've got it again. Messi played out towards the right wing. It's Salah!
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Batistuta's cross.
1 minute added time.
Mohamed Salah chips it through. And that's that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be set. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. The peerless Didier Drogba, just a standout hero to so many.
One of Africa's
And Batistuta! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Piqué gets rid without sophistication. Messi, out to the right. He's picked his way through. Mohamed Salah! Goal! Barcelona! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Celtic finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well, that has not gone well. Bale. Bale carries the ball down the right. Messi. Lovely ball and the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Drogba is offering a wry smile there.
Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And it's Neymar. That's good play. Bale is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. De Bruyne. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And a chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, what a ball! It's Neymar! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. And they're not going to make any further progress now. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Koundé. Salah. And it's Messi.
Barcelona can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Van Basten. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that's fabulous. Marquinhos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
1 minute added time.
And here's Drogba. And it's half-time here. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Barcelona are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Barcelona definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
He is through here. Now, can they get him away? Cleared without complication. Mbappe. Celtic appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling.
Judge, surely! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared away. Celtic are looking to go forward now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Bale. Now it's Batistuta. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Mohamed Salah gets into a good position. It's gone for a throw-in. Belletti. That's Rijkaard. And it's Messi. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Drogba. Well, that's a little loose. Aimed beyond the defence. Here comes the cross.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Messi, and he's got the beating of his man. Messi! It's there! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, I think it's just the reward.
Chance! It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Passes short and sharp. Rijkaard. Messi. Shot a goal! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Roberto Carlos. Couldn't squeeze it through. Quality ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Messi. Looking to play him in. It's Drogba! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Barcelona proudly... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Well, Jim, Vitor Bayer is, of course, one of the most decorated goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that he was one of Europe's very best. His career stats certainly back that up as well. I really like that confidence he has about him. There's a swagger at play.
Now it's Forlan, driving on and making good progress. Vitinha. And it's Iwobi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. Now it's Batistuta. Messi. And the pass is intercepted. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Forlan. And it's Messi. And this is Batistuta. Has a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
De Bruyne. Barcelona so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Oh, that's a key interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Mbappe! Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's through and all, and Messi! Goal! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Number 9, Lionel Messi.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Nicely weighted ball. Piqué, always a very imposing presence at the back. Half an hour played now. Forlan. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Oh, that's been cut out, well played.
Barcelona truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Mbappe. Roberto Carlos. Hit into the middle. Beckenbauer tries to clear. Vitinha. Half-time getting close now. And he's intervened well there. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Roberto Carlos. Messi. Messi! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, well measured. It's come to nothing. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. He's tried one! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Oh, he's had a shot! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Swings it across. And he's there to belt it away. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Nicely shaped ball. Piqué calmly anticipates. Koundé. Salah. Looking for options for movement. Koundé picks it up now. Shot could be on. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Batistuta. And that could set him on his way. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Koundé gets into a good position. And that should get the job done. That's a smartly directed ball. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's been played through. He's found a way. And the finish! That is decidedly lacking.
Bangladesh really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Out of play for a throw. Great vision. And he's cut it out.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ronaldinho picks it up out wide.
There will be 5 minutes added
And
time.
smartly reclaimed. Now that looks a decent ball. And this, it's Pele! He's missed, but not by that far.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 9. De Bruyne.
Barcelona making another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
He's got away. And the shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Barcelona have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
And now, please turn.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Barcelona.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And His tactical versatility means...
Applies the finish! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. Mohamed Salah knocks it out wide, and it's De Bruyne. Barcelona, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Mbappe. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Salah. That's really well cleared. Saka.
Arsenal clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming.
Oh, he's been caught napping! He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And that was very necessary. Chooses to go cross-field. And here's the chance to counter. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, that's a fine interception. Good chance here! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. He's got away. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's made its way to him. There's the header! That's going to go a long way. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. Here we go again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. Neymar. Neymar! Loose ball. Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he hits the net. The second half off to a spectacular start. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Gives it back, aimed beyond the defence.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Pass is just off target.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Now there's... And a chance! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Saka clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 18.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Diego Forlan, number 7.
Gerrard with the short one. In by contact. Oh, smashing header!
Number 14.
Split-second reaction.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Robert Lewandowski, number 17.
Corner number 2 then.
Mbappe, number 19. Jamal.
They've played it short.
7. Vinicius
Fired
Junior.
deep towards the back post.
Number 8.
That's a decent clearance.
Substitution in progress.
Arsenal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get onto this? And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Mbappe. Takes aim and crosses. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's on it, can he get away?
Arsenal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Can he get it through? Shot a goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Villa is offering a wry smile there.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself.
Played back to the goalkeeper. Sends it crossfield. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And here's Neymar. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Son Heung-min. Roberto Carlos. So it is still 0-0. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Raul. Now it's Van Basten. And this is Son Heung-min. Messi. Now Salah. De Bruyne. And it's Baggio. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Messi, distributed tidily. Van Bouten. Mbappe! Oh, crossbar! Roberto Baggio. Rijkaard. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Messi. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable match. And Messi! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Volleyed effort.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Struck first time! A real chance and a real let-off.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And a shot! Xavi Alonso. Son Heung-min. It's a searching pass. Good ball over the top. He's found a way through. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
Barcelona really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we are already promptly back underway.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And this is Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min is flagged offside.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Rijkaard. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for the run. That has been cut short. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he cuts out the supply. He shifted it to the flank. Roberto Carlos. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Basten. This might spell danger. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Neymar. Neymar!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. De Bruyne. Oh, good spread. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Threads one in. Great ball, Messi! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Roberto Baggio. Can he get it through? He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective, neither side. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
Well, you know, Peter, the brains of this particular team's operation is Pep Guardiola, someone who can dictate the tempo, and his appreciation of the game is a step above most.
Yeah, he's a thinking man's footballer, isn't he?
Indeed, and I'm really looking forward to watching him.
Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Carvajal. It's a searching pass. That's a decent clearance. Searching pass he's played there. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, this looks sharp. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now, what about a counter-attack? Vitinha, good, strong midfield running here.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Played back in. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. De Bruyne. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's Neymar. Quality ball. Guardiola. He won't be happy with that one. He's a sharp little ball here. Back into the middle. It's not an especially good pass, that. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Salah. Messi. De Bruyne. Neymar. Vitinha. Hazard. Oh, what has happened here? Caught offside that time. Looking to play him in.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Salah cross, he's got tall.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in. He's picked his... Olise! Mohamed Salah. Deftly away. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. There's the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's neat. Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. Carvajal providing an outlet on that flank. And this is... Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's going to go a long way. And it's Hazard. Great ball, and the finish! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's there! There is the breakthrough! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
He is through here. Real chance! He scores! And this is getting better and better. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Argentina are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that.
Goes for a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Carvajal plays it short. And that's gone loose.
Argentina are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least.
It's Hazard! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Hazard really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Argentina have their second corner now. They've played it short. Olise. And this is Neymar. Danger averted for now. Knocks it out wide. That ball looks a good one. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. The final 5 minutes. Can he get on the end of this? Olise.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good ball out wide.
3 minutes added time.
Now it's Hazard. And this is Neymar. And he's heaved it away. That's that, the end. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Neymar. Messi. Now Mbappe. Steaming on goalwards.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Marquinhos has got himself a free kick. Roberto Carlos, very much a man of this moment. And it's Neymar. Chance for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Goes for a shot! He scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
28 minutes is number 10, Lionel Messi.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And the counter is on. Barcelona have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the drop. Great chance! Berenguer. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Berenguer. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Olise. That's a good ball out wide. And this is Puskás. Oh, there's a probing ball. De Bruyne, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Out of play for a goal kick. And there is the half-time whistle. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Barcelona clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Barcelona ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun. He's gone for goal! Great effort, but no way through. Defending of the desperate variety. But he's well positioned. Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Shoots!
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Looking to play him in. That is a great pick out. He's having a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Berenguer. Distributed tidily. No, that's been intercepted. Messi looking understandably energised after his goal. Berenguer. Now Van Dijk. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. for Ferran Torres. And he's had a hit! And that is high.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Coming on the field is number 10, Marco Asensio.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mbappe has a shot! And that's off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better...